Hello, New York. Happy New Year and happy first Monday of the year. I'm Disney, and this is your 2022 year-end review real estate report for both Manhattan and Brooklyn with data brought to you by Urban Digs. Let's start by looking at supply and how it compares from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, which, as you can see from the chart, is looking very much like the market prior to the 2020 and 2021 market madness we experienced. A lot of the supply throughout New York was absorbed in the beginning of the year, and the last few weeks of the year ended close to how the year started. Looking closer into Brooklyn, the inventory is just tight from the beginning to the end of the year all the way throughout. This is to be expected for Brooklyn, as it's generally a more restrictive territory. Moving on to pending sales, which is how we measure the demand, Manhattan's chart is showing a sharp decline that is essentially mirroring the data from the year before in 2021. However, when you look closely beyond the dramatic rise and decline, you'll see that the numbers are just about where they were prior to the pandemic. So while we might hear that the demand has slowed down dramatically, what we're really experiencing is demand getting back to its normalcy. Now looking at Brooklyn's pending sales, we see a decline there as well from the start to the end of the year. And really, when we know that supply is restricted in Brooklyn, we can expect the pending deal activity to drop as well. Next, let's take a look at the Manhattan negotiability chart. This data shows us that by the end of the year, sellers have started to discount prices from the original listing price on homes by the end of Q4. However, we still need to take into consideration the days on market before these discounts apply. Urban Digs has pinned that sales within the first month of listing are getting what they're asking for as long as it's priced right. So, if you're on the market longer than 30 days and you're looking to close sooner, the data shows that you may just need to reconsider your pricing. Negotiability in Brooklyn gets a lot more interesting. As you can see in 2017 and 2018, last asking price was at a 0% discount, meaning sellers were getting what they're asking for as properties were priced well enough to meet the demand. Fast forward to the end of 2022, and you see sellers have been negotiating to get deals into contract, but it's still not as high or as much as we see in Manhattan. Again, this is all in accordance to being priced correctly. So, if you're thinking about selling, you can see how price really matters in your market. And now let's look at the market pulse for Brooklyn. This data tells us whether we're in a buyer or seller's market, as we all want to know. And for Brooklyn, the chart shows a very slight uptick within a neutral market. As you can see, it's neither in the buyer's favor or seller's right now. But as the market starts to shift through the first quarter, as new listings and new activity surfaces, we'll likely then see an up and down wave of data, and it'll be interesting to watch, so stay tuned. For more real-time New York real estate data and updates, check out urbandigs.com or send me a message, and I am happy to engage all of your questions from Manhattan to Brooklyn and beyond. Sending you successful energy for this first week of the year, and until next time, I'll see you around the city.